right. And you're on whenever you're...
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, did I turn?
I think I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. You're a little bit louder now.
Do.
Okay. And
Oh, that's very loud. Okay.
yeah, there I am.
That's less loud.
Yeah.
Hey.
There you are. How you doing, Ann?
Good.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what happened. I did everything like I normally do, and when I went to press go on the stream, it wouldn't show up. It looked like it went to a different channel. It said something about Fortnite, and I've never played Fortnite in my life. It's a video game.
What?
Yeah, so
That is random.
I don't know. I think it was just a fluky thing. I don't think I got hacked or anything, but yeah. And then because of that, it wouldn't let the chat work, and the chat's really important. Anna and I really rely on the comments that you guys make to kind of know where class is going, and just because it's more fun, it makes it feel
very
more like it's
different
more
when
of a
they're
group.
not scrolling.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like not worth having class to me. That's how serious I take it.
Yeah, no, it feels very weird.
All right. Do you have anything you want to share, say, before I jump into some housekeeping?
Just, oh, well, I guess not, because I was going to announce
Yeah,
that I'm not.
I don't know if we have any, Catholic friends that watch the stream, but yeah, this last pope was my favorite.
Definitely.
Probably.
Head and shoulders above the rest.
Quakerism is about as far to the other end of the spectrum as Catholicism. So I don't, I don't follow, it's very different than Methodism even, and so I don't resonate so much with him as my spiritual leader, but I thought what he did was really impressive, and I appreciated a lot of the stances that he took. And for anyone that's watching this and sad at his passing, or just grieving the loss of what was, I believe, a great man, then our thoughts go out to you. And I think he was one of the good ones, and it seems that just the whole timing of it is just so wild that he died right after, or fairly soon after, giving his mass and doing his buggy tour through the crowd. And so anyway, housekeeping wise, I I had the most obvious revelation, and it's just, I don't know, I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
No,
but,
admit it.
But I took this promotion at the job, and I'm now only in a manager role. And so from the time staff start coming in, my job is answering questions. And it's a trip to go from a normal human being. And this is probably what teaching is like. It's probably worse. It's probably a lot worse, especially if you're teaching younger kids. But the amount of questions that I have to answer in a given night, especially if it's a busy night, it's enormous. And so it takes energy to answer those questions, because you're trying to guide. All those questions relate to guiding us towards the greatest possible outcome. And just like teaching. And then on these class days, I make decisions for you guys that I hope are good decisions, and y'all are still coming, so they must be more good than not. But there takes energy in that. And so I really realized that I really only have one day where I don't have to make decisions that affect people. And I was, just sort of thinking about it, and thinking about structuring, should I restructure things in my life and all this sort of stuff. And then it just occurred to me, I should just take time off. Like, I should just go on what humans came up with a long time ago called a vacation. Because that's where you get a break from making those kind of decisions. So I am taking a vacation break from the stream,
Spring break.
spring break, for the next week. So this will be, so like if you only watch on Tuesdays, this will not affect you, but except one time. But if you watch on Tuesday or Saturday or both, then this will affect the next 3 classes are going to be canceled. And I'll try to remember to put banners up and do things on social media to let everyone know so you don't waste your time.
So Saturday, Tuesday, and Saturday.
So Saturday, Tuesday, and Saturday, we will not have class. I thought about doing flow companions because those are kind of low stress. But I really just, and I know y'all get this, right? Like everybody understands vacations. Like I don't need to have to talk about my mental health, or taking care of it or anything like that. This is just, this is what you do. So anyway, I will also try to promote, when we come back as well, to make sure you don't miss it. But like basically a week from today, we will not have class. But I'm not in any way burning out, and I just sort of I don't know why. Like, this is the problem that I have with our societal obsession with workaholism. You know what I mean? It's always like you have to justify not working all the time.
Oh yeah, that's how they
it's
want it. That's how they built it to be.
Inverted from how life should really be. In my
Resist
mind.
capitalism, y'all.
Well, I don't know that. I'm not going that far, but I kind of.
I mean, you got to resist it, at least some of
This
it.
version, the version we live in right now.
You got to contain its excesses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Taking
clearly,
taking
y'all are on
a
the same.
breaky break, an achy break.
And feel
breaky.
free to follow my example. Decision fatigue. Yeah,
Just a change and just to. Yeah, I totally believe in rest and regeneration.
Yeah,
It's real. It's real.
Yeah, I've been going out a lot since I got sober off of alcohol, and to dance parties, and it's just like, once again, dance is kind of proving its value to me, even though I'm not going there thinking oh man, this is going to be really good for my body. This is going to be really good for my, my anxiety or whatever. But it's just been a trip. Like my dancing is per weekend now is probably up to 6 hours, or at least the last few have been, and it feels good.
Oh hell yeah! Wow. I've just been dancing ecstatic on Sunday morning, but I'm going to miss that this upcoming weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and sway up. We're kind of starting late here because of the snafu. Yeah, I do a lot of prep from when I start streaming to when we go live. That's probably pretty obvious, and all of that got put on hold because of the whatever weirdness with YouTube. So. All right. Let's sway. And you guys let me know if you have any sound or wheels or whatever. Audible breath in. I've been going through something else that I thought I'd share just to see if it relates to anyone's experience. But I've talked about it before on this stream that I'm a people pleaser. And all the good things and all the not so good things that come with that affect me too. And I want to share an achievement that I made this weekend for all the people pleasers out there. I did something that's very hard for people like us. I set up, I established a boundary, and I enforced it. And that is nothing for some people. They're really good at it, and their life seems to reflect it. And so I believe in boundaries. I think they're necessary, but my inner people pleaser just feels like a boundary is some kind of wall I shouldn't have to build. That there ought to be some much more peaceful, open way. But when I don't set up a boundary, when I didn't for so long, I was still kind of enforcing one, but it was invisible and it was enforced randomly. And so it just seemed like a confusing behavior to everybody that engaged. And they'd eventually learn that there was a boundary that they had crossed. But it left them with scars. And so I can understand that the most peaceful way to protect yourself is to establish, declare, and enforce boundaries. It's okay. It's healthy. And there are people that are not going to be pleased by those boundaries. But the benefit to you, the self-survival of it, the tranquility and the calm, well, that should outweigh their feelings about where you begin and where you end. I just want to send a big heart burst of energy to everyone that's struggling setting that boundary with someone or something. Because I know it's a lot harder than it looks for the people pleaser. Okay. I forgot how long that song is.
It was actually kind of perfect.
Yeah?
I like having a longer sway.
Yeah, that was 8.5 minutes.
Woo! That's old school long.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
that is old school.
something we used to do all the time and never do anymore.
I had a few students walk out because sway was too long.
Wow, I love that. I'm sorry. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, I can get pretty lost in sway.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know,
But
I'm
that
still
was,
susceptible.
God, those were the days. We would have the longest sways like at the HoopPath retreat. We would have like a half an hour
towards the
sway.
towards the end of my touring, I mean, Jackie might, I don't know if she's here tonight. I think she is. At least some people might remember that, like, I think a lot of you that are in the chat have been to a workshop, but towards the end, I would do like 3 or 4 songs of sway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they would get like progressively more upbeat, but
That's kind of a perfect workshop vehicle, in my opinion.
well, the hooping was really good in it because I think warming up is like, you're warming up while doing it,
Yeah.
and you're kind of getting your head in the right place, and
we would do blindfolded actually.
Yep.
This way always.
yeah. All right. I am feeling like a little slow warrior stretchy type movement. Could be point, could be samurai to start.
Or swing.
Yeah, it could be swing. It could be swing. It could basically be anything. But we're going to do kind of slow, flowy type movement to warm up, and then you can make suggestions about where you want class to go. I don't think class is going to be super mellow all class. I'm up for, going on a wave.
Did I turn this off? No.
Oh, I turned the music down. Here's something else I've been thinking about. And it's it's a little out there, and it's not completely thought out for me, and I'm sort of sharing it before I even know how I feel about it. But what I've noticed about me is that, ultimately you're setting boundaries with people or with things, saying that this is, where I begin or end. And you're doing it for the future. And what I've noticed about me is that most of the boundaries I set with people have been about past things. Like agreeing to disagree, or agreeing not to talk about something, agreeing to drop something. And I totally believe in boundaries about the future. But I also believe that maybe I've set up too many boundaries about things in the past, in my past. Audible breath in. Like, I completely believe that we learn from history, that the more we study history, the more we learn about ourselves in the current day, and see trends that are larger than a single look, single glance. And I'm realizing that there's a lot of my own history that hasn't really been studied by me. Audible breath in. I don't want to get too circular with this, but it's kind of like by studying my past, it helps me set better boundaries, more realistic and sturdy and fair, and maybe even still open, but a boundary. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. I'm doing swing, but I'm definitely not doing slow warrior. If you, like me, sometimes have struggled to, to establish and pronounce your boundaries with a person, I just want to let you know what it's like on the other side of that. It's awesome. It's awesome when someone says their boundaries, right? Like, it's like, I can hang out, but I can only hang out till 9. It's awesome for people like me. I gotta remember that sometimes. Whoa. That's a really long song too. I would love to do a whole class of Sway sometime. For all 4 people that would want to watch that. It'd be fun.
That would be fun for us.
It'd be fun. It'd be really fun for us. I don't know if it'd be the most exciting television.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
I was kind of all over the place. I was just, yeah, but in a good way. I was definitely feeling the grooves, feeling feeling the waves.
Like, I feel like when you don't set boundaries, that it's not like you need to have boundaries about everything.
Yeah.
But, when you don't set them, but you still need to protect that space, you're really relying on magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Like if you never want to, you move somewhere that you never really wanted to move to, it just didn't feel right to you, but you moved anyway because you cared about the person or you really thought the job would be good for you. And like if it works out, then that's one for magic, and that's awesome. But like what I've noticed is like when it doesn't work out, you forget the whole magic idea, and you go back to blaming whatever the reason was that you moved to that place that you never really wanted to in the first place, but you did because that's what blah 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 really wanted, or that's what needed to happen, or whatever. And I feel like unless you're going to hold magic accountable. Right?
Yeah.
It's probably better to just set a boundary and say, you know what, dude, I'm not moving there.
It's interesting, yeah, how people pleasing is so ingrained, especially in Southern culture, and it can be really difficult to know that you want to do something different, actually. So that process can take a while, I think.
Yeah, that was the trippiest thing about going to Canada. Was how good they are at just like it does not
like
take,
hey, I don't want to hang out anymore.
Yeah, like
good night.
Hey, we're gonna go get one more. Do you want to go get one more? It's like no. I told myself I wanted to be back by 10. There's not the whole like, oh, I don't know. My cat's been out. I don't, like, where are you guys gonna go? And how many are you gonna have? And you're gonna say no the whole time, and you're like, you just can't bring yourself to disappoint.
Yeah. Yeah, that's particularly overpowering in the Southern upbringing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's so much easier.
Once you unlearn, it's like, God, things are so much more simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I miss about or not what I don't miss it, but like what was different about drinking alcohol was it would give you the courage to set that boundary.
Did it though?
It would also give you a lot of courage to break that boundary.
Yeah. I was gonna say like the boundaries, then it becomes like every boundary is negotiable.
Yeah.
And that's not having boundaries.
All right. Let's do you have a move request for the next track or a type of track?
I was thinking about this kind of exercise. I get fascinated with some of these like super simple exercises we used to do, but we used to do, I guess it's just straight up point, but it would get very elaborate, like passing it around behind you. Remember this?
I don't remember how I framed the exercise. I mean, I remember doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, this was like, I don't know, it was just having a lot of fun with this, point heavy passing kind of thing. Okay. Because sometimes I think part of what we were doing was kind of slowly increasing it into a rotation.
Oh.
Something like that. But anyway, I was finding I was loving kind of, passing it behind my head, getting a lot of good stretch in my front.
All right. Well, let's do some
muscles
points.
That way. Sweet.
Yeah.
Point with me.
You don't need to demo, but could you just do some of what you were doing or what you were thinking and just give us an idea?
It's really just letting the point be really heavy and thinking about passing it. And then, you can slow. It's about feeling into that opposite pole.
Oh yeah.
Anti-point feeling, and you can kind of slowly. This is an old school move.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about let me bring myself back here. We also used to. All right, let me pause it for a second because you reminded me of something. The first thing you did reminded me of one thing, but then the other thing you just did reminded me of something else. But
yeah.
We used to talk about, because you said something about putting it to spin, and we used to talk about putting the hoop to sleep.
Yeah, and we did this.
And we would do this drill here, and it's one of these drills that like it's not like this is a super difficult move, but it's harder if you've never done it before than it looks.
I think we did this a few weeks ago, but
Oh, hey, Jordan. But I'm holding the hoop on point here. Yeah, we've done it on the stream before, and I'm just zinging it up and then putting it back to sleep. And I'm going to turn like as much as I need to keep it from like clanging on me or needing my thumb or something to stop it. And then you can add like, like this is me if I kept it on one hand and put it to sleep. That's kind of a cool stretch feel.
And this is actually not even, barely bringing it to rotation is a really interesting way of exploring this kind of mid-plane. Because, of course, as we go on in our hoop journeys, we tend to get really interested in like bent planes and the different parts of space we haven't interacted with. So this is like taking that, it's like your hoop's vertical because you're doing point, but then you're either slowly bringing it up almost to horizontal, but not quite. This is what I really appreciate about these exercises is like we're staying for the most part in these different quadrants, and not getting fully to horizontal, but not staying fully in vertical either.
All right, I want to...
Yeah, and just switching maybe.
I'll play a better song for this. It's kind of a mid-tempo type, super repetitive song.
Oh yeah, I love this one.
I think it's funny to, laugh and keep a sense of humor about hooping in general. And so I say this like in that sense of I'm being a little bit glib. But it's fun to explore dorky hooping. It's fun to explore super nerdy and super geeky hooping in the privacy of your own space. Because things that you would be so you'd feel so awkward to do in front of someone, you can just try like this move of where I'm hand walking this move of hand walking in point. At one point I had it to where it could look pretty cool, and I worked it into some flows of mine, like at Burning Man or being out or whatever. But it's mostly just a dorky move that feels good. Like I just like the stretch that I get, and I like, pushing it up or bringing it down or, whatever. Switching sides with it. The idea that Ann was talking about, she's kind of doing it too. I'll bring back the split so you can see both of our takes on this. But this is like what can be cool about putting the hoop to sleep. I'm doing it with 2 points right now. Yeah, swoopy folds sounds about right. Oh, and Lindsay, I just remembered your comment. I don't remember what I was doing. Sorry. If you were talking to me, you might have been talking to Ann. I was doing a lot of swing, I thought, but then I got into some kind of move, and I don't know if that's what you were talking about, but I don't.
Ooh. Am I still on?
Oh, sweet. Yeah, you're still on.
Oh, great. Thanks, Amy. Swinging, crossing, some sort of cross swing pass.
All right.
I don't know which.
I'm going to let that one. I got to think about
Cross
that
swing
one.
pass.
Yeah. All right. Anything come up for you in that last one?
I mean, this is dumb, but I had one of those experiences where it was a remix, but I thought it was the main track. So I kept kind of waiting for the actual track to start. It actually didn't hold back my hooping at all, but it was one of those things where you think it's one song, but then it's a remix.
Yeah.
I guess it's a warning of try to just go with the groove. Because today's songs, so many get remixed, and so you might think you're in this one version of the groove, but you're not.
Yeah. I remember it I ended up dating a down-tempo producer. I listened to a lot of down-tempo, but I remember the first time I was in Canada that I went to a down-tempo show.
Oh.
Yeah, and I kept asking people, when does the song kick in? When does
the music start?
I was so used to a different sound. I was like, when is it gonna drop? Because it was like listening to an hour and a half of build up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but you learn.
Yeah.
I adopted and then really love down tempo now, but
that was
definitely seen it out. It wasn't as
It's not as popular as it was.
No.
Oh,
I mean, down tempo is really popular.
Okay. Nothing.
And the down tempo includes a huge, wide expanse of types of music. It's basically it kind of became just the name for everything that wasn't bust ass electronic music. But that includes a lot. Eartha was down tempo.
Yeah, for sure. And then Island area or whatever would be. Or would you say?
Who? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polish Ambassadors, the down tempo man.
But Closey is not.
No, yeah, she's still part of it.
She is?
Yeah, but she's sort of on the higher tempo side of it. But she also makes a lot of different types of albums. It's it still is a genre. So the same artist can do house,
Okay.
Eartha also puts out trance.
Okay.
Psytrance.
Somebody might do a blues album and a jazz album.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Any thoughts on the technique? We should go, or not go, but we should move faster. We should move faster. Let's do a little dance. I'm gonna do a long dance track.
Okay.
And
maybe I'll do a core
hooping.
Yeah, I'll do a core hooping.
You can core hoop if you want, or you could just stay off body. But I will say this song has kind of a longer build, but it does drop. So.
feels good.
Lindsay, I'll try to remember. I'll go back and watch the class and find out. I'll tell you.
Isn't right. I knew it from the start. Can someone please open up my eyes? I need to make it right. I had all these questions hanging around my mind. Oh, it never ends, but deception is fighting me all the time. I've lost my way, can't seem to change. It's far too strong, is it too late? I am running away in my song. Now hear me shout. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong?
These lyrics are awesome.
Okay. Excuse me. That was a super satisfying exercise for me.
It was? Yeah?
Yes. Because I decided to work on the hip hooping as I was last time, like we talked about Saturday, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, well, maybe if I just sort of stay in the same place, that'll help this out. So I was trying to kind of stay centered. And by the time I got to the end of the song, I had relaxed enough in both currents to kind of slightly change the rhythm and slow it down a little bit, which is something I really struggle to do on the hips and legs. So that felt really good.
Nice.
That I wasn't kind of thrashing as hard to kind of keep it right on the hips. And I was going for just really, I've been trying to do like real precision core hooping here for fun, like either right here or right here, and trying, to kind of keep it really tight in one place. It's a fun challenge for me.
Nice.
How about you, Tom?
I didn't. I got really into knee reverses or leg reverses.
We should do knee reverses
when they were on
sometime.
the shoulders,
Yeah.
and then I was doing a lot of off body.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to remember to get back to the core, but I was just kept going back to. And then for a hot second, I thought about trying to find the move that Lindsay was talking about, but then I just realized that I think that wasn't going to work. I was like, I don't think I can do this. I think I'll be distracted.
You're just following your bliss.
Yeah, I'm just following my bliss.
Love it.
All right. Okay. I think. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Well, do you have any requests for an exercise? I want to go about 2 more songs because we started late, and I want to get
Let's.
Okay, let's just try a funky song.
Funky.
Yeah, funky song.
For perfection.
Yeah, I think kind of like a sort of.
Staying on the core. I might as well stay on the core.
Well, this one might be hard for the core.
Really? Huh.
Let's try it.
Was that a challenge?
Yeah. Well, I think you could do it.
Maybe I will get my Smalley.
I used to do foldy type stuff to the song.
Oh yeah, this one.
Turning it up, CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Cause homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip a girl a 44, she crimping the red door. Chickens looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in the smoke, just swinging my hair. Trick, quit talking, quick walk if you down with the set. Take a bullet with some grip and take the smoke on this jet. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And then you happen to get cracked. Trick, shut your trap.
That's the core success.
It's the one and only D.R.E. Dre Love Buck. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.W.G. Straight off them killer streets of CPT. King of the beach, you ride to him in the fleet. Wood, Coupe de Ville, rolling on dubs. How you feel? What? Dre and Snoop hitting corners in the lag. With Doc in the back sipping on yak. Clipping all the amps, dipping through hood. What hood? Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood. South Central out to the west side. It's California love, it's California bug. Got your boy a gang of pub. I'm on one, I might bell up in the Century Club. With my jeans on, and my team strong. Get my drink on, and my smoke on. Then go home with something to poke on. Focus on for the 2 triple O. Coming real, it's the next episode. It's the one and only D.R.E. Dre Love Buck. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.W.G. It's the one and only D.R.E. Dre Love Buck. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.W.G.
is that another remix?
That was a different
Sorry?
song. But
Okay.
should we play that one? We're basically at the kind of free hoopy song.
Okay.
What'd you think of that one? It was kind of tough for me to hoop to.
It was an interesting challenge. I was appreciating it, and I kept having to go slower, and that's always a good thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm also trying to, I really do. I love sort of popping and locking kinds of dance, even though I'm strictly an amateur, but I love to bring that with the hoop. That's so much fun, and I've been trying to be more disciplined about that and kind of keep it going and get over my stupid feeling.
Yeah, totally. Like one time in on a workshop tour, I don't know if any of you that were witnessed this, but I made people try to break dance.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
But we blindfolded everybody.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so you didn't have anybody to be intimidated by or inspired by if they were really bad. And it was a trip, because it was like most people knew what breakdancing was, and I think they were kind of self-conscious about trying, and I even told them that I would go blindfolded if they wanted me to, but I was surprised how good people were. Like even the people that thought that they had sucked or like, oh my God, I've never even wanted to try it because I don't how stupid I'll look or whatever. But I was surprised. I was, and I'm not just saying that's not just winemaker's palate there, like where I'm, tasting what I want to taste. Like I thought it was generally people were a lot better at it, and popping and locking, all that sort of type dance. Okay, all right. So I think we'll call this will be the last one.
Sweet.
All right.
So you're a better break dancer than you know. Everybody can take that home tonight.
Yeah. Well, even if you're doing what might look like bad breakdancing, it still looked like good and fun and cool looking dancing. You know what I mean? Like most people's almost there was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember this, y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
This is good. This is gold.
Yeah, the best thing about turning 40 is...
Ooh, this one.
Yeah, we haven't heard this one in a while. This is super old school. This is like pre-HoopPath.
Oh, seriously.
All right. Thanks, y'all. We will hoop some and then probably fade to green.
This is a chemo favorite.
You're welcome, Carla. Thank you.
Picture me flying down the highway, rolling my way. I could sit and marinate, but why should I stay? Just roll. Can never be still, it seems I'm always on the go. One day at a time, I'm vision everything. That's how I kept it always, and I won't change. I could stand there like a statue, but have no game to grow. Can never be still, it seems I'm always on the go. One day at a time, I'm vision everything in slow. Capital I dash to the man to the land is where I'll navigate you. Hit your city.
Yeah, don't forget, y'all, I will not be here the next 3 classes, 2 Saturdays and 1 Tuesday. I'll see you 2 weeks from today.
No matter where I'll be, it'll be with me and me. Musically, I stay on game because I'm choosing to be. Coming out your system when you're cruising the streets. Slightly stupid and yes, CE. Worldwide, most definitely. To hang around here is what's expected from me. When I'm gone later on, you'll be checking for me.
People can take me the wrong way. Call it a night from a long day until it's gone. Hey, pass me a bottle of that Bombay, cause I hate it when it feels like a Monday. But I can't stay, I gotta stick and move. Be ready just in case they switch the rules. Get it off my chest with the SS crew. That could never be me, but I guess that's you. Different strokes for different faces. Spaces, skies stay high and gracious. Patience make me feel time is wasted. Came so close that I could almost taste it. Switch it up was to change the game plan, to put it on you like a Nike name brand. Until you give it up and let the respect change hands, it'll never be the same, man.
Sweet. Yep.
We can make it roll. I'm singing, we can make it roll. Something stupid in the radio. You know we never scary. Come on, we can make it roll. Baby, we can make it roll. Something stupid.